Hello. Oh, I need to move my camera. There. It's a little better. My internet's been crappy. I hate it when I go and I sit down at my computer and it says, I can't load that. I can't do that. I can't, such a whiner, right? But it's been the perfect ending of the day. The day has been one of those days. I knew it was going to be busy, and it didn't really hit me that it was going to upset me until it hit 4 o'clock this afternoon and I hadn't spun anything yet. So I sat down and I spun the last bobbin of the Clune Forest. I will apply that tomorrow and that'll be done. I'm also coming to the finish line for this light gray CVM. I have 2 more bats. I want to put it on a bobbin tonight while I'm streaming and then hopefully apply that tomorrow too. I really hope I can spend some time applying early in the morning. Hi, Kays. Early tomorrow morning, but I have a 1 o'clock appointment, so I'll be leaving the house at noon. We have several errands to run after that. We're going to eat out, and so I really don't know what exactly is going to get done. But it's okay because I can start another bobbin on all those spinning wheels, the 2 spinning wheels, and do the plying on Friday, which I keep telling myself it's no big deal, but my linear brain wants to do it now, right? So right now we're just going to spin the last 2 bats of that light gray CVM. And I have to say I'm kind of glad to be done with this and looking forward to starting some other fiber, even though it's going to be CVM again. How are you tonight, Kay? I have had a day and a half, I will tell you. This is going to spin up pretty quick, though, because I really have a bat and a half. And this has fiber already on it, but I had to wait from the other day when I finished. This was my finished photo. So this will be the starting. I've already got that. Don't have to worry about doing that. And I just need to go ahead and get the last of this on here. So it's probably going to be a pretty short stream. I'm not lying. I'm tired tonight. I am really tired tonight. Started out very early. Got up at 5:30, left the house at 8:15. And I was very happy to be doing that because I went to my water aerobics class. And oh, did that pool feel good this morning. It felt so good because the water was still nice and warm. It didn't get cold over the night because it is very hot here. We hit officially in the hundreds without any heat index. Today should be the last of that, and I'm looking forward, even though I think it means some storms coming in, I'm looking forward to the weather breaking. You're having a good day off. You've been back and forth between your Spindo and Nano. Oh, that's nice. Nice, lovely day off. It was, yes, the pool. I always love getting the pool. However, we had a substitute teacher, and unlike a lot of substitute teachers, where they just give you busy work or whatever, she had her class all planned out, and I used a few muscles I haven't used with the other teacher. That's a good thing, but I'm feeling it a little bit tonight. And then we went to the nearby town, ran all sorts of errands, got gas, went to the post office, picked up my prescription. You know how those days go. So I got home. And I don't know, it just, by the time I did all that and then talked to my mom, it was 4 o'clock and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't even spun yet. And then I came in to sit down to stream and I had no internet. I was like, oh, this day will never work out. So I'm done whining. That's it. I'm all done. Oh, Except, where'd my music go? What happened to the music? Oh, I think it's real quiet. Yeah, it's just real quiet. Yeah, the pool, not the hundreds. I stayed out of it mostly. I mean, this morning when I went in, it was very nice. By the time I got home, it was already up to 92 degrees. I mean, in, a matter of an hour and a half, it was 2 hours. It was really, really cranking up the heat. So yeah, I minded it some when we went running our errands, going out in it. Not real fond of that heat, but mostly I just stayed in here. And we have the air conditioning is running. It's central air, and it's set on 77. I mean, we do not keep the house cool. We just keep it comfortable to us. And 77 is fine, but it won't shut off. It won't shut off at 77, right? It is so hot out there. It won't shut off. So, oh, no wonder this isn't spinning right. There, it's gonna be happier now. I had it wrapped on that bar. So tell me what you are spinning on your Nano. I am tempted to get the Nano out, during the tour, but I didn't really count any fiber that I've been spinning on it. It's already, I don't want to count it I didn't put it in my goal. That's what I'm trying to say. So, I don't really want to spend time on something I didn't really put in the goal. I got to do some knitting last night, like in the evening, like I wanted to. That felt good. I worked on my rug. I'm getting pretty close to being done. I've got 6 more blocks of color. I think something like that to go, and I'll be done. I'm going to have a lot of black yarn left. I'm going to have to find another project for bulky Black Welsh Mountain. Oh, you got Florida Cracker. Oh, I never did spin that. I never bought any of that. I don't think. No, I didn't get Florida Cracker. I'm confusing with the Gulf Coast Native. I got that. This really wants to spin thinner than I want it. I really am having some trouble keeping it up in the, so I end up with 11 wraps per inch. It is an intentional spin, right? I'm intentionally trying to keep it up there. Oops, sorry, I knocked the mic. Have to get my eye back. That looks right. I was watching Cotton Spun when she streamed yesterday, spinning on her bigger eel. It's I'm gonna get some cotton. I mean that is just very much looks very doable to me. And I don't know. I have cotton braid in my stash, one or two, from a dyer. It's dyed, right? So it would have been white cotton to begin with. And I'll start with that instead of going with the natural color because I like the colors. It would be really neat to be able to knit some stuff with hand spun cotton, just because I have been going for the Rogues make along this time, is to pull something from your pattern library, book or digital, and knit it. And I've been going through my Interweave holiday magazines where, they have a lot of stuff that's good for making for Christmas presents, and marking some of those. And a lot of them can be my wools and stuff, but I'm thinking, it'd be so nice to have that hand spun cotton for dishcloths. And I've seen one or two shawl patterns, and I'm sure there's plenty more out of cotton or a cotton blend. A shawl is a major amount of yarn. Not sure I have. I don't know if I have the patience to spin that on the Nano. Hi, Kibby. Good evening. Oh, you are? Good to see you. I didn't have a chance to catch you today. I'm glad you stopped by, because I was so busy. I didn't watch a single stream today, unfortunately. I know there weren't as many people streaming. It's the week. It's during the week. We got spoiled on Saturday and Sunday, didn't we? Everybody's streaming. Yeah, the KB, the what you're spinning from the Hobby Lobby, do they claim that's washable? That whatever you would knit with that roving, in other words, using it the way they say, do they say hand wash or on the label, or do they say? And if you don't remember, that's fine. It's interesting. I know of it, but I have never seen it at a Hobby Lobby that we have here. I'm not sure why. Either I'm not looking right. They just don't seem to carry that label. I wouldn't mind trying it. KB says that's why I mostly stream on Monday and Fridays. Yeah. Now, I stream normally Wednesdays and Fridays, and then of course Sundays. Label says to hand wash. Okay. You found 5 different colors. Ooh. Well, I am going to look again sometime. It's intriguing, especially now that I see how well it spins for you. And Hello, Cotton Spun just raided me. Yay! Welcome. They're coming. They're probably watching an ad. KB, there you are. Hi, Cotton Spun. Thank you for the raid. You heard your name. We were just talking about you spinning cotton yesterday, and I said you made me want to spin the cotton that I have in my stash on my little nano, not big like yours, but yes, you really did inspire us. It's tour time. Happy to do a trade with you. Well, thank you, KB. I'll keep that in mind. Let me check it out though again. It's not. I don't go in Hobby Lobby real often because, yeah, just because. I'm better off if I don't. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm trying to get some of this gone, not add to it. So, Cotton Spun, how are you this evening? And did you have a productive day? Are you staying cool? We were all talking about the weather. And KB, I hope your chickens are surviving the weather. Cotton, you're always glad to answer questions. Yes. Well, I don't have the organic, natural that you were working with. I have two braids that a dyer had dyed, and I purchased, and I've never found a good way to spin it. Um, I was just kind of waiting, I think, to finally have the nano, which I had no idea would be good for that, but that's how things work out. So now I know I got a good way to spin it. I am not good with drop spindle, especially support spindle. If I spun it with a drop spindle, it would be too thick. It'd be too thick. Let's see, what did I miss here? Chicken got to explore a bit today, not on purpose, but oh no, the chicken crossed the road. Nano with a long, Cotton Spin says Nano with a long draw works for cotton. That's what I'm thinking. I'm real excited about it. I currently have something else going on it, but cotton spun woven today was 11 centimeters, same as yesterday. Progress. Absolutely. Yes. Where is my music? It must be so quiet. Can you guys hear it? It's playing. It was too ambient. We're gonna perk it up here a little bit. Otherwise, I'll get sleepy. I'm very tired today. Oh, you forgot. I'm backing up here. You forgot to measure the weaving progress at the end of the stream. And then you went and measured it, and it was 11 centimeters. Good. Heat can do that. Today I was walking around the house and walking into a room with purpose of doing something, and then standing there a lot, just standing there like, what did I come here for? What was I going to do? It's been that kind of day. But it's ending nicely. Now, I have two things crossing the finish line as soon as I ply them. This light gray CVM, 8 bats of that. I'm gonna ply, this is the first bobbin. It's single. This will be the second. I'm gonna ply these together. So I have a little bit left to do tonight on this bobbin. They probably won't come out even, but I'll work it out, figure it out. I don't care how many skeins I have or whatever. It's all going into the sweater spin. I can knit with it no matter what length it is. Well, within reason, right? Within reason. Cotton Spin says, I lost my train of thought too. Thread of thought. You used the right term, thread. I use train. Okay. I need to make my little bits of notes here. I was having internet trouble. Probably you may have seen it on the Discord, and I wasn't real sure I was gonna actually. So if I go poof, sorry, it'll be internet issues. It doesn't seem to be unhappy right now, so hopefully it's reset and everything's all cool. We don't have storms here. It looked off in the distance like it might have been, but and I don't know how far away the internet's coming from. It's just here by magic, you know. It's all magic. Nerdy Cat Griff, thank you for the follow. Did you come along with the raid? I appreciate the follow. And welcome. Cotton Spin says, losing threads on the loom is dangerous and can lead to snarls. Yes. And she also says, I'm glad your internet is working okay. I was weaving a little longer in hopes I could raid. Aww. Well, see, I didn't even check to see if I didn't expect anybody to be on. That's so awesome. Thank you. Yesterday even I couldn't find a fiber artist to pass the torch to. Yeah. Nope, Nerdy Craft, you just wandered in because you recognized me from Snoring Cat stream. Oh, very good. Welcome. And you're right. I have not been able to visit with Snoring Cat lately. I have been so tired. I've been sleeping. She streams so late for me. And speaking of which, if I stream tomorrow, and I should, I'm going to try, it should be like this time again in the evening, which is my normal Wednesday time anyway. That's when I'm normally on Wednesdays. Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays are my normal time. Hubby thinks I'm just totally crazy trying to stream every day. But I don't know. I said I'm going to be sitting here spinning anyway. I might as well, you know. Just turn it on. I know I've enjoyed having all the extra fiber people on. KB says, I think there should be a wool spinning tag on Twitch. Yeah, yeah, I know. I guess, see, spinning can be confused. Some people associate that with exercise. You know, spinning classes, that kind of stuff. Now, I don't know how much exercise video there is on Twitch, but yeah, or just spinning. Though the Fiber Arts tag has helped you find several artists. Yeah, that's broad enough too for me. They're just not as many. Are you guys foodie people and know Anthony Bourdain, who of course has passed away, but Twitch is running all his shows, and that's like, come on, I want to watch those, but not right now. I hope they don't go away too soon. They did that for a while with Bob Ross, so now they're doing it with Anthony Bourdain. Yarn spinning. Yeah, see, I went to the water aerobics class today, and it's normally Tuesday and Thursday mornings, and I don't know, though, if I'm going to be able to go on Thursday. We got big storms predicted, but they could hit a different time. It's just they're real picky about when they'll let you in the pool if it's raining or anything like that, storming. But when I've been doing this since the knee healed good enough that I could go, and then all of a sudden today came after Tour de Fleece started on Saturday, and I'm like, oh, I have to go to class. Usually it's like, oh good, I get to go to class, and it's like, oh, I gotta go to class. I want to stay home and spin. But it does help me. It really helps me a lot. So we just go ahead and go and get it over with and come back home. And that was a royal we. It's just me. Maybe yarn making? I mean, come on. If they got... I have never quite understood what builds are. I think it's mostly digital, computer related, is it not? Like they're building a computer from scratch? Is that what it is? I've never watched any, but I see that terminology. I see tags under streamers that I don't know how they're getting on there, because I can't find any place to find them that are fiber related, So I don't know if it has to do with the level you are as a streamer or what. Or if they're assigned by Twitch and you can't assign them. Not sure how they would know, but I'm a little clueless on that end of it. You look for crochet and knitting. So you actually search crochet and knitting. Maybe the searches pull it out of titles. I think it pulls it out of the title and description. The Fiber Arts is a tag that you do when you put your title in for the stream. Right before you go live. Oh, well, maybe you don't use Streamlabs. I use Streamlabs. That could be the difference, because that could be a Streamlabs thing. Come to think of it, because every once in a while I'll stream straight from Twitch, and I don't think it has that. You're right. Is it? Crochet and knit is a tag? See, I don't know. Maybe I think I understand and remember that. I don't use it because I so rarely knit on the stream. And you're right. They have those and they don't have spinning. So they probably should add that. Yeah, that's what it is. I looked at that and I thought, well, I'm not really knitting. Once in a while I do, but not very often. Cotton Spun says recently Twitch expanded the available tags. Somewhere there's a list of all the tags. I'm sure if I Googled, there is. It's probably in their help page, help information. Ah, there's a fly. It's getting thin again. Gotta work on making this thicker. So I have been looking at a lot of knitting patterns, some crochet. I started talking about this because JK and Rogue are doing a make-along. And that is, where you make something, and it can be any kind of making. Knitting, crocheting, weaving, tatting. Okay. The rule is to do a pattern that's in your library, either a book or digital library. Use your library, use your yarn. And it's not a stash buster per se, but it is a stash buster in that sense, right? But really what it is to help you get back to all the books. I have all these knitting books. I have kept them because there is something in them that I want to make, and they just sit on the shelf, right? So anyway, I've been thinking about that. It runs July 1st through October, maybe? It's a good long time. I can't remember what the cutoff date is, but it's a couple months. I think maybe they do 3 months. July, August, September. July, August. They do... I don't know. They do 3 or 4 months. And I want to do it. Well, I have been having fun looking at the Interweave Knit, Christmas, holiday gift, all those little things that you can make, patterns. After this tour is over, I'm going to start doing some knitting. Knitting. I'm going to start knitting again. I should have the rug done by then. The Black Welsh Mountain vest should be done shortly after that. It's going to take a little bit longer. The rug's almost done. What did I miss here? Nothing. July 1st, thank you, Case. September 30th. Okay, so that's not as long as I thought. It is 3 months, isn't it? Yeah, it's 3 months. Hey, that's earlier than I start a lot of Christmas knitting. I gotta pull yarn though. I got the patterns, now I gotta find yarn. I'm gonna try and use as much hand spun as I can. But there may be sock yarn too. That commercial sock yarn. All right, guys. Here's my totals. Last bat. Looky there. Empty bag. Where's my cat doesn't play in empty bags, but second empty bag. Woohoo. I got some over here that I've been pulling off that I am going to hand card and finish up this bobbin with. Just make some little bats. Hi, Finsock. Well, welcome. I am happy to see you. It is squishy. It is. It's just like super bouncy. This is why. It was, I bought it unwashed from a fleece. It's called CVM, which is California Variegated Mutant. It's a mutant from the Ramondale. Okay. And this is why it's so squishy, because of the crimp. Let me see if I can focus. Oh, there. Can you see that? Where it looks like a washboard? That's what makes it squishy. It's got lots of spring to it. Lovely crimp, I know. I mean, a lot of wool has gorgeous crimp. You see Corriedales and, you know, you see a lot of really pretty crimp. Until you get into the long wools, then usually you don't. Suck Wizard, hi! How are you tonight? Somebody go get something good to drink. We're having a party tonight. How's the Big Apple tonight? Is it well baked? KB watermelon wine. What's up? Thank you. I bought a watermelon at the grocery store today, but I've never bought watermelon wine or seen it, I guess. That sounds refreshing, though. Sounds very refreshing. Gonna have a oh, it's hot. Yeah, she says, Sock Wizard says hot. We're gonna have a thunderstorm soon. Yeah. I'm anxious to go on to the dark color on this. It's gray, but it's more of a gray brown and it's darker. Pretty sure it'll spin up pretty much the same, but it's gonna be a pretty color. KB, your dyeing has been beautiful to look at. I wanted to tell you that. It looks gorgeous. I have 2/3 of a Rambouillet fleece that's destined for the dye pot. It's going to be solid color. Not real, I don't mean... yeah, it'll be kettle dyed. That's what they call it. Because it's not processed, it's still in the it's in washed locks, washed fiber from the sheep fleece. So the plan is to dye it with black walnut dye, with black walnuts. So I have it ready. It's been steeping on the porch in big old plastic tubs from when I picked up the black walnuts last fall, and I need to use it up. I need to use it because my tree will be making more. CVM stands for California Variegated Mutant. It is an American breed that is a mutant from Rommaldale. The Rommaldale is a solid color and the CVM is the multicolored. That's why. Sock Wizard says, I'm knitting a sock. Well, of course you are. I want to get done with the foot and then I will let myself spin some more. You knew it was California something? Yeah. It is a shave and save 'em breed. What I'm spinning here now, I bought for the shave and save 'em. It's gonna get a picture submitted for that, but then it'll be part of my yarn that I use to knit the sweater. So I'm spinning it specifically for a sweater spin because I have more, but just a different source, different color. Oh my gosh, the air conditioner finally shut off. It has been running and running and running. Feels pretty good in here. We saw 2 baby deer the other morning. Still had spots on them, and they were walking around with one doe who was watching them but not doing much else. And they didn't stick around too long. They all went back into the trees. There's a creek that runs along there and a tree line, and they hide in there and bed down, and of course they have the creek, and they don't eat on it too much anymore, but our front field is soybeans, and they love those new soybeans coming up. They're finally to the point where they're not really bugging the soybeans anymore because they're getting bigger. Finn, this is a Magicraft, and I think a lot of the Magicrafts have this kind of orifice. This one in particular is called the Aura. It is specifically designed for the big bobbin for technically art yarns. You know, things that can go through this on purpose because there's lots of room. In fact, I'll be demonstrating that first challenge day of the tour because I have something that I have it'll come to me in a minute. I have a fleece that has really, really pretty locks, and I'm going to do a tail spun so I keep the locks. And darn if I can say the name right now. I will in a minute. Anyway, that'll be on the first challenge day for the Tour de Fleece. KB, that is something that I have been thinking a lot about, because I have been watching a lot of people spinning, and everybody is spinning very thin, and that's a very good my normal spinning or whatever. A lot of it has to do with the fiber prep. How thin you can spin is definitely determined by the fiber prep. But the second thing is you can spin that. You can spin that thick, right? It's just a matter of training your hands to do it. Just that's the whole point of having these gauges, right? So that if you really want, a really thick yarn, you just add more fiber as it's going in. And yeah, you have to think about it. You have to get your hands to do it. But it's been something that I kind of preach as a longtime spinner. You can spin any kind of yarn you want. It's part of it is like learning a new skill, and part of it is, getting the right prep. So this kind of prep is pretty hard to spin thin, right? It's bouncy. It wants to poof. It's going to be a very nice 10-11 wraps per inch Aran weight for a sweater. Sorry, not trying to preach. It's just something that is something I want to point out to spinners. There's nothing wrong with spinning thin, except if you don't want a thin yarn, you have to spend all your extra time spinning another bobbin so that you can 3-ply instead of 2-ply or 4-ply instead. Why? Just make your 2-ply the thickness you want to start with, depending on if a 2-ply is all right. I understand if you want a cabled yarn or for other reasons and that kind of stuff. There's always reasons for making specific kinds of yarn. Let's see. Where are we here? You love your Susie. Yeah. Yeah. Finsock says, oh, I love the way Mama Rafts look. I think this is the first time I've seen the orifice up close. Yeah? Yeah? Magicraft. Autocorrect. Please autocorrect, please. Uh-huh. I don't know. I kind of like Mama Rafts. Anyway, yeah. This is what's really cool. Okay, so the bobbin is huge. Even though it's a little misleading, you cannot fill it up and over like you do some of your little bobbins. I can go to about right there. And then it just really doesn't want to do anymore. But it is absolutely so easy to... No, I don't need an orifice hook, right? It's just zoop and like that. So that is super easy. And, of course, anything that you spin really thick is going to go right through it. So, I do love it. And I thought other Magicraft wheels had it, but maybe I'm incorrect on that. This is the only one I've ever had, right? I bought the Aura specifically to spin the larger stuff. I love the big bobbins. If I have a 4-ounce braid, I can spin that on my Roberta, which is an electric. 2 ounces on each bobbin. But if I want to do 8 ounces, like I'm doing with this, you know, this is over 4.5 ounces on there. And that's about the way I like it when you have 8 ounces of fiber. It also has a kind of an interesting drive band system. Finn, I'll show you. There are 2 bands. I'm going to tilt my wheel here. Get my feet off of it and I can tilt it better. Okay, so you see the big wheel down here. Where's my hand? You see the big wheel, and you see a green band, and you see a black one. The black one, all of these are turning the bobbin, and the black one is tensioned. See the tensioning right here? And has 2 whirls sizes, and the green one is just to give you other whirl sizes, and there are actually slots on here too. 3 slots on this big wheel. So, you know, I have never actually sat down and figured up all the ratios that you can do on this, nor do I. It has a very strong pull-in, and so I'm usually messing with it, trying to keep it from pulling in as much as it does normally. I've got that figured out, and don't like spinning a whole bunch with a whole bunch of pull-in on the hole. It's not an accelerator in any sense. It's just a lot of ratio options is really what it is. You like it? I know. Options are good. I like it too. It's extremely heavy. It's not very portable at all. That's why you'll see it on the stream. I'll set it aside and bring my portable or my nano in, but it pretty much lives here. Ironically, I spent the money quite a while ago and put the only woolly winder I have on a wheel on the wheel I hardly ever use, unfortunately. It's on my Ashford Traditional. I've looked into it for this, but it's just sort of a never mind. Right, this needs more twist. I'm getting a little tired on the treadling here. Let's break this. Sorry, I'm muttering to myself. I got a area here I didn't like, so I'm